In the last lesson, we talked about exploded views. In this lesson, I'd like to talk about alternate position views. The alternate position view is exclusive to assembly drawings because it allows us to show an assembly in multiple positions. Let's create an additional sheet on this drawing, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. To add a sheet, right-click on an existing sheet and select the Add Sheet option. If you get a message that says SOLIDWORKS cannot locate the format, click on OK, and then you either select one of the standard formats that ship with SOLIDWORKS, or browse through your library for a format that you should have called Design Stuff Infinite Skills B, SLD-DRT. If you don't have this file available, look in your Working Files folder for a folder called Templates. This file should be in your Templates folder. To get an initial view on our drawing, I'm going to go to the Insert Drawing View Model menu selection, make sure the motorcycle assembly is selected, and then select the top view. We don't want to show this in the exploded state, and we'll leave it in the default configuration. I'll click the check when I've got the view set up the way I want it. Okay, so let's zoom in. The alternate view that I want to put in is I want to have the fork turn in the other direction. So let's go to the Insert, Drawing View, Alternate Position, and we'll just follow this SOLIDWORKS instruction. The message says, select a drawing view which an alternate position view is created in. And then SOLIDWORKS wants us to name the new configuration for the alternate position. Because we didn't already have a configuration for the alternate view, SOLIDWORKS wants us to create one, so I'll grab the handlebars and reposition. When you've got it in the position that you want to show it in on the drawing, click on the green check. SOLIDWORKS will automatically take you back to the drawing and show the alternate position of the assembly in a different line font. So if we zoom into this, you can see that the alternate position is shown in Phantom Line. Now that we've got a 3-sheet drawing here, let's talk about printing your drawing. Printing from SOLIDWORKS uses most of the familiar techniques, but there are a few additional considerations. So if you go to File, Print, you have the option to set up a header or a footer for your printed sheet. You can also set up the line thickness. And the line thickness page allows you to specifically set thickness dimensions. Now, one thing to be careful of on the thick 6 line, if you set up 0.002 as a thickness, the line is still going to be shown very thick, even though it will be printed very thin. So just remember that the thickness of the line that's displayed doesn't necessarily correspond to the thickness of the line that will print. This option is found in your document properties, so this is something that you can set up using your SOLIDWORKS templates. You can set up margins, just like in other types of applications. You can select which sheets to print, the same as other applications. You can use a print preview to see if you're actually going to get what you're hoping to get. You can also go to the page setup. If you need to set up each drawing sheet individually, that option is available. And you can scale to fit if that's what you need to do. Also, your drawing color can be black and white, color or grayscale, or automatic. Depending on the printer that you have available and the paper in that printer, you can set up your paper size to be either ANSI or ISO size, or architectural sizes, and also portrait or landscape. Notice also that you can print to a physical printer or to another type of printer, like printing to a PDF file. PDF is an excellent format to print to because they cannot be changed and the viewers are everywhere.